Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss how our billing module will be working. First of all, we have to create a client. With the help of the screen, we will create a client. With the help of this page, we can create the client. There is the name of the client, and this is all the information about the client. So in first step, we need to create a client, and in second step, we need to create a client location. These are the offices of the client where that client need the services of the security guard. So this is the next step. After the client location, we need to create the client contract. Basically, in the section of the client contract, we define number of guard client needed from the us. So let me click here. In this screen we have entered. Okay, let me try to create a new contract. I am going to click here. Here I will create a client. Here I will need to open the status, and here is the contract start date. We can set any start date, and this is the end date, and this is the screen. Using this screen, we can define the client need the number of guard in morning, or they need client in the evening or in other shift. So let me click here morning. I am suppose that client need security guard. Here is the gender, male or female. If it is not necessary, we can skip it. We need two guards. And what is the hourly rate of one guard? For example, we can this one. That company needs some other guard. Those are the unarmed guard. Here we can define their gender and number of the guard that need. And this is their hourly rate. Basically, hourly rate is the rate that we will charge from the client according to this value. So here we can create a different. This is the value of the text, how much tax we will charge from the client, and this is the type of the text. When we will click here, it will create a contact for us. That as I have already created contact, this is all the contact that I have created. Here I have assigned security guard, dispatcher, and number of persons and their hourly rate. So client contact is created. Then there is another screen. This is the client schedule. We are going to create a, we are assigned shift to the guard on the basis of they will get their uh, timing of their shift. So after that we have this screen. This is the billing screen. In this screen, basically we are generating an invoice for our clients. For example, we have in the system 2 3 or 5 client, we can send billing to them. So this is the date range. For example, we can send the invoice to the client from the, we can choose any date. For example, 2, or I can send invoice to the client for 1 day. I can also create for the 9 days, 10 days, whatever we want. Basically this is the date range. We can send the invoice by weekly or by monthly or by specific time period. When we will click here, it will generate us the billing. Okay, so if I click here, I have already generated the billing here, but I can also generate the billing. For example, I can create, for example, I can generate the invoice. For example, this 1st August, and then this is the 31st. So we can generate the invoices of 1 month. So if I click here, this is the page. This is, when I click here, it will display me the list of all the clients that we have in the system, from which from them we are going to assign the invoice. So if I click here, it is showing me right now I have one client in the system. I have name of the detail. This is the client, this is the created date, and this is the due date of the invoice. If I click here, I can see this is the invoice format. This is the information of the security company that will be credited to, and this is the detail of the client that we uh, this is the client we are going to send the invoice. And here is the button of the print. If I click here on the print, it will display the output of the PDF. We can send this, I can send this request to the uh, printer, and I can also save this invoice. If I save this invoice, I name is the invoice 456, and if I click here, it is displaying me the invoice. This is the invoice that I have created right now, and this is the invoice that I have created. So this is our overall flow that we can use to generate the invoice, and we can send this invoice to our customer.